Hey, my name's Jack Holmes and I'm a stand-up comedian, which means during coronavirus lockdowns, I become dependent on my girlfriend's ability to make an adult living, freeing me up to become a full-time house husband. I take care of stuff around the apartment, I clean up, and I cook. And today I would like to start sharing some of the recipes I've been cooking during quarantine that have made me just viable enough of a boyfriend that I have not been dumped like the 250-pound sack of sinking sand that I really am. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fatten the Curve. Cauliflower. Not just the illegitimate love child of a cloud that got boned by a broccoli, but also one of the most versatile and underrated vegetables around today. Did you know that you can use cauliflower to make a batch of meat-free buffalo wings? Whop a batch of those up for your buddies and I guarantee you, they are gonna hate you for ruining their Super Bowl party. So today, I'd like to share a cauliflower recipe with you that is not gonna get you banned from any up-and-coming potlucks that you may have been invited to. We are making mango cauliflower fuck your mum. We're making Panko-crusted Tacos with refried beans and a mango ginger salsa. I'm really bad at remembering to look into the camera, but I'm also socially awkward. If you were in the room, I probably still wouldn't make eye contact with you. What's panko? Panko is a type of Japanese breadcrumb that's a lot bigger and a lot airier than the carbohydrate-infused sand that we use here in Europe. When you deep fry these, they crisp up unbelievably and they stay crunchy for hours, making them an absolutely perfect way to serve the cauliflower. You can pick these up in most Asian grocery stores or in the ethnic aisle in your local supermarket. Psst, fellow Europeans, if you don't know what the ethnic aisle is, that's the part of the supermarket that sells food that tastes good. Just walk in the supermarket, go past the onions, keep going right past the onions, don't stop, and if you can't find it, ask someone where the herbs and spices are. It's right next to the herbs and spices. If you don't know what herbs and spices are, ask an Italian. Good Lord, I hope I can color correct my teeth. Start by cutting the cauliflower into small bite-sized pieces. The key here is to make them smaller than you think you'll need, as the panko layer will make them a lot thicker once applied and you want them to be able to fully cook during the frying. Next, mix 2 cups of milk with approximately 2 1/4 cups of flour into a thick but still runny consistency. To jazz this up, you can add a squeeze of lemon or some hot sauce. Full disclosure, you could just use an egg for this step. Morally speaking though, I'm opposed to eggs because eggs come from chickens, chickens come from dinosaurs, and dinosaurs wrote the Bible so that they could call their own existence into question as part of a long-winded scheme for them to get rich off the fossil fuel market and use the profits to erect 5G towers. Season the panko breadcrumbs with some salt and black pepper, or else the cauliflower will taste like the oil you fried it in, which is only the desired effect if you're making British food. Dredge the cauliflower into the milk and flour mixture, then into the panko. Once fully coated, drop the cauliflower into an awaiting cholesterol jacuzzi and deep fry until golden brown, and any trace of vitamin from the vegetable that this once was has been eradicated. Remove from the oil and toss with salt immediately, and then place in a bowl lined with kitchen paper. Next up, let's talk tortillas. You have 2 main options when it comes to your tortilla. You can either go for corn or you can go for flour. Which one you choose is entirely up to you. It's a personal preference and people argue a lot about this, and it doesn't make sense because food is the most subjective and personal thing in the world, and you can't have an argument about the merits of something being right or wrong when the subject is that personal. Unless, of course, that you prefer flour tortillas, then your opinion's garbage. Now, obviously, you can just buy a packet of pre-made corn tortillas, but these are expensive and reminiscent of chewing on a wine cork. Quite frankly, if I wanted to eat something that unpleasant, I'd get hammered on Alka-Pops and just walk tongue first into Katie Hopkins' bedroom. For about $1 more than the cost of these pre-packaged papier-mâché misery discs, you can just buy a bag of masa flour, and with a little bit of effort and a whole lot of overcompensation, you can make your own fresh corn tortillas. Take 2 cups of the masa flour, mix in a good pinch of salt and add water. Most recipes call for 2 cups of water for every 1 cup of flour, but I've found that to be way too much. Start with 1 cup of water to 1 cup of flour and add more water as needed. Mix until you have the consistency of something that resembles Play-Doh and resist the urge to be a child. Instead, cover with a wet towel and set aside to rest for 20 minutes. Once rested, divide the dough equally into 10 pieces. Take a tortilla press and equip it with a Ziploc bag to prevent sticking and flatten out your dough. These can most likely be purchased from the same store that you bought the masa from, or ordered online as an offering to our Lord and Savior Jeff Bezos, praise be thy name. Heat up a cast iron skillet and gently lay down the tortillas for about 10 seconds, flip until brown spots start appearing, and then flip again and poke in the middle like it's your first time getting to second base. Once the tortillas have puffed up nicely and are browned and spotted on each side, remove them from the pan and keep warm in a fresh, clean tea towel and, optionally, this little wicker sombrero if you want to earn some extra gringo points. Next up, refried beans. Or frijoles if you want assholes on the internet to correct your Spanish for you. Over medium-high heat, saute a finely chopped onion, and once everything's translucent, add in 2 to 3 cloves of crushed garlic. Once the garlic becomes fragrant, add in 1.5 tablespoons of smoked paprika with 3/4 tablespoon each of ground cumin and chili pepper. Once it starts to smell like an orgasm, add 2 cans of pinto beans, mix everything together, and then pour in enough vegetable stock to generously cover. Let that simmer for 15 minutes until soft, and then take your official refried bean stick and mash everything until it's a consistency that you like the look of. This is how I like the look of mine. Next up, mango ginger salsa. Now the recipe for this is a little bit looser than everything else so far, and that actually leads me nicely into a point I want to discuss. Cooking for people is one of the nicest things that you can do, but you should always remember that you are cooking for them. Following a recipe is great, but recipes should be treated as what they really are, which for the most part is just a jumping off point. Take the time to talk to the people you're cooking for and find out how they enjoy their food. For this recipe, I use mango, ginger, red onion, lime juice, and coriander, because that's how me and my girlfriend both enjoy it. Personally, I think it would be nice with a jalapeno pepper in it. My girlfriend hates spicy food. Your partner might like to have garlic in it, or perhaps your friends don't like the taste of coriander. Maybe your family prefers white onion instead of red onion. Take this recipe as a jumping off point, taste your food, have the people you're cooking for taste the food, and work on a recipe that everyone at the table is going to enjoy. Now with that out of the way, please allow me to jump back into my regular persona. Mangoes are cunts. Take one ripe mango and begin drawing a beard and face on it, only to realize that your awesome Vincent Mango pun was already used on 9gag, and take your comedic failure out on the mango by peeling it and then slice and dice like Jason Voorhees running for a casino. Peel and mince a heaped tablespoon of some fresh ginger, chop up some fresh coriander or cilantro if you're allergic to the metric system, finely chop 1 small red onion, squeeze in the milk of a lime and mix it all together. Cover and stick in the fridge for at least 1 hour so this absolute orgy of flavor can get things popping. Now you might be sat there going, Jack, salsa is a Spanish word for sauce. There's no sauce here. To which I say, you clicked on the video of a white British guy trying to make Mexican food and you're complaining about authenticity. How exactly am I the idiot in this situation? Start by spreading out a layer of beans on the tortilla, next up the cauliflower, now add in a few slices of avocado, top off with the mango ginger salsa, and a couple of radish slices for some extra overachievement points. And that's it! I know it seems like this recipe's a lot of work, but most of these steps can be done ahead of time, so you just really need to cook and assemble on the night. It's just so worth. Look at this. Can you see it? Look, I don't get camera angles, I don't know if that's picking it up. Yeah, I don't want to eat on camera, but hey, this isn't the first time I've degraded myself with food in public, so. It's so good, it's everything. It's crunchy, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's salty, it's everything you want in a fucking bite. I need to lock myself in the bedroom with these. Thanks very much for checking this out. Are you gonna cook this for someone you love? Make sure to let me know down there in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Fatten the Curve. I'm gonna hang myself. We sublet the apartment. These aren't even my books. I think I've got a copy of the Motley Crue bio somewhere. And believe it, I did the whole video without using that stupid let's talk about it pun. Nah, shit.